Hey Brandy, thanks for getting this in, and thanks for including your equipment shot, and also thanks for adding that other shot here. Because I was just going through it, and I'm like, oh man, she only got 4 shots, but there's your 5th one right there. So great. So I want to just get through these really quickly, and so our goal here was for you to use your light meter, and then also to use available light, and then use the white balance control of your camera to create a nostalgic feel in your subject matter. Now, we read in the text that humans respond emotionally in a positive way and in a nostalgic way to color temperatures on the Kelvin scale that are below 5,000. And so I would say that here, your Kelvin scale temperature here is probably slightly below, slightly below, slightly below, slightly below 5,000. So I think that's working out pretty well. Of course, we are always concerned with composition and exposure, and so I'll just give you some quick feedback here. This one I feel is underexposed. If I can't see any information in the shadows, if it's completely blacked out, then that's how I know something's underexposed. That being said, the information is pretty interesting. I really like the abstract form that this is making, and like one of your other peers said here, the texture is really inviting as well. This is a nice exposure. I think that a different millimeter length lens might have been really interesting to use here, because you could have used a wider angle lens and pushed your background further away, and then also shot at I didn't catch the f-stop. Okay, so and then shot at a much smaller f-stop. Well, bigger really, smaller number, bigger f-stop. So like more at f 2, and really concentrated your depth of field right here. I think that would have been a lot more interesting here. You shot at f8, which is giving you a pretty big depth of field. Same here, and then this one I would say is arguably underexposed. This one is not, but this one is, and you can see. And then this one's pretty interesting because we've got this kind of weird out of focus thing going here. Very narrow depth of field. You're at f8 again, but you're a lot closer to your subject matter, so that effectively really shrinks down the depth of field. Okay. There you go. Are you a knitter? Because that looks like a super cozy hat, and it looks like it's either just finished or still in progress. So that's really interesting subject matter. And I don't know if this is your stuff, but if you're interested in doing effective product shots for marketing for this kind of thing, we can definitely talk about that during this class. Okay, well, great work. Thank you. Thank you for getting this in. Effectively nostalgic. Great. Yeah, my big critique would be a narrower depth of field, and probably a wider angle lens would make this a lot more interesting. And that's about it. Okay, thanks, Brandy.